It's hard to understand if you're not living in it. It's like you're falling down a well and there's no place to grab a hold of.
Right now on Up with KREM, a Moses Lake hospital says they have already reached a crisis as COVID cases surge.
Our fog is starting to move out of Spokane, but there's still parts of the inland Northwest that are waking up to some thick fog early this morning. We'll talk where that is and when it departs.
And the Beck's Harvest House Fall Festival is underway. We're live in Green Bluff this morning learning all about the family fall activities happening this year.
Up with KREM begins now.
Good morning and happy Friday, everyone. Thanks for joining us on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis. Well, right now, Idaho's Department of Health is facing a huge backlog of COVID-19 contact tracing. The state's behind on reviewing more than 11,000 positive COVID tests, and the backlog not only limits the accuracy of reported COVID cases, but also limits the ability for contact tracing. Officials are saying it's due to staffing shortages. Now, in the meantime, health districts are asking people now to self-report if they test positive so that it can help speed up that contact tracing process. In the meantime, hospitals in Washington have not declared crisis standards of care like they have in Idaho, but many doctors and nurses across Washington are saying that they are absolutely in a crisis. In Moses Lake, Samaritan Healthcare is the only ICU for nearly 100 miles in any direction. The trauma director there says over the last 4 months, the ICU has been at or above capacity almost every day.
It's hard to understand if you're not living in it. It's like you're falling down a well and there's no place to grab a hold of. It's just chaos, yeah. Constant chaos, it feels like.
Less than 45% of the Grant County population is considered to be fully vaccinated. Many of the surrounding counties are also lower than the state average. Now this week, a Moses Lake family watched their daughter fight for her life in the ICU. But what caused this brush with death? It was a rare after effect of COVID-19. Up with KREM's Nicole Hernandez spoke to the family about how scary the past few days have been.
Just outside Sacred Heart Hospital, Robbie Rowe calls his family.
Hi.
How's Harmony doing?
I'm getting her all cleaned up.
The Rowe family had COVID-19 a month and a half ago.
It ran through our house like a tornado. We all had COVID.
Everyone healed, totally back to normal, until Harmony spiked a fever.
Fevers kept going up, the rash kept getting worse, and then we eventually took her to her doctor.
That doctor sent her home, not realizing how serious the situation was.
Woke up in the morning, she had thrown up a few times, and her temperature was 105, so that's when we took her to the emergency room in Moses Lake,
where doctors loaded her on an ambulance and brought her here to the ICU at Sacred Heart. That's where doctors diagnosed Harmony with MIS-C.
I've never even heard of it.
Multi-system inflammatory syndrome in children, a dangerous and rare after effect of COVID-19.
So after 2 days of being here, she wasn't getting any better. She was getting worse.
We're feeling really sick.
Robbie said it was a roller coaster of emotions.
It's very scary. I've never worried about my children dying, and she got pretty close.
It's been horrible. Absolutely horrible, and probably, I'd say, up there to the worst events of my life, seeing my child sick.
Now they want to warn other families of this danger. We talked to Dr. Michael Barsotti with Sacred Heart Children's Hospital about what to look out for.
A child who has a persistent fever that's not explainable, things like a rash, things like diarrhea or vomiting, lethargy or tiredness, bloodshot eyes is really one of the symptoms that show.
It happens typically 2 to 4 weeks after you've had COVID.
It's your body's response to the infection, then goes a little haywire and causes your antibodies to attack your own body.
While it's rare, the best way to prevent MIS-C is with the COVID vaccine, which the Rowe family says they will be getting now.
I was a real, COVID's just a flu. I've been completely humbled by this situation. I can truly say that I'll be getting vaccinated. Anything to help prevent any of my children being here again.
And she hopes other families do the same.
What are you excited to do when you get home?
Play with all my dollies.
Yeah.
Now, for more information on COVID-19 in Washington and Idaho, you can text the word COVID to 509-448-2000. We'll send you a link with all of the information that you need right to your phone. All right, the time is now 7:35. Let's get a look at this Friday forecast. It is Friday. It's the first day out of October.
Yep.
So many things.
Oh, it's going to be great. And this kind of kicks off a month of loveliness. Now, we closed out September a little bit warmer than we normally are, believe it or not. I know it felt cold for a good chunk of it, but that was pretty normal. And when it comes to October, well, we are starting out with things above normal and a little bit of fog early on this morning. That fog is now moving its way out of downtown Spokane, trending a little bit farther to the north right now as temperatures stay right near 50. We're still at 50 here in Spokane. And same story in Coeur d'Alene. 46 up in Sandpoint and mid-40s out in Wenatchee and Moses Lake. Visibility is reduced from the airport up to Deer Park, over toward Newport, down into Coeur d'Alene. That does include places like Hayden and all the way down to St. Mary's as well. So you do have reduced visibility around the region following yesterday's rain and some cooler temperatures this morning. That will eventually start to break up and move out. That's as the sun gets a little higher in the sky. It's only been up for a little under an hour right now, so it'll take a bit longer for that to happen. But as soon as it does, expect temperatures to climb. We are in the mid-60s later on today. It's going to be a beautiful first day of October. Temperatures pretty close to normal today, but trending warmer as we head into the weekend.
It's time for your morning rush. More news in less time. Spokane police say they responded to 3 drive-by shootings yesterday. That brings the total number of drive-by shootings this week to 5. The first shooting happened Tuesday night near Gonzaga's campus, leaving 2 people injured. They are expected to survive. The second shooting happened Wednesday afternoon near North Lincoln. And 3 more shootings happened yesterday. One near Pittsburgh and Liberty, another near East Bridgeport and North Standard, and then the third happened near West Malin and North Cannon. Now, thankfully, no one was hurt in the shootings that happened yesterday. And police say they believe these shootings were targeted with no ongoing threat to the public. Amazon is settling with 2 former tech workers. They accused the company of illegally firing them last year for speaking out against Amazon. The 2 workers pushed for better protections for warehouse workers from COVID-19. And they also wanted Amazon to do more to reduce its impact on climate change. Amazon will have to pay them lost wages, and they will also put up notices saying that the company cannot fire workers for organizing and exercising their rights. A local tribe says conspiracies and threats have forced them to leave a COVID quarantine site in Pierce County. Nisqually tribal leaders say that members have been staying there for the last year and a half, but recently several videos posted online suggested that the site was new, raising questions about whether it was being built to house unvaccinated citizens. One post actually called it a concentration camp.
I heard they were talking about burning this place down, showing up with guns. You know, that's a whole nother level there. You know, you're taking this to another level. This isn't just threats anymore. You know, you're talking about, you know, real harm to our people out here.
The tribe says they evacuated 7 people from the property after seeing these posts. And happening this weekend is the Lilac City Comic-Con. This year's headliner is none other than Napoleon Dynamite himself. The event starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. and it will run through Sunday until 4. Now that's your morning rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. We'll move over March Madness because right now is the largest bracket of the year, literally. It's the Katmai National Park and Preserve's Fat Bear Week. After the break, a look at this year's Grizzly contenders. And we are taking a live look right now because it is finally fall. The weekend is here and there are a lot of fun activities to do. We're going to speak with Todd Beck from Beck's Harvest House after the break, and we're speaking about the return of the Fall Harvest Festival.